It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
From Windsor, Ontario, it's Remotely Zach. And now from Studio 17 in the automotive capital of the world, oh boy, Zachary Thomas.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Welcome to Remotely Zach. I am the host, everybody's favorite, Zachary Thomas. Thank you so much. Thank you. Man, I hope you stick around because we got a great show for you tonight. My power panel joins me for Let's Talk. Yeah. I have the weirdest news found on the internet. And I share my thoughts with you as well. I know. Ruh-roh. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Also, I submitted this show to the Community Votes Windsor 2025, so make sure you head over there and nominate Remotely Zach and help Canada's only late night talk show get the recognition it deserves. Let's be clear. You can click the link in the description below and it will take you right to that page. Yeah, come on. We deserve a little recognition down here. So everybody have a nice St. Patrick's Day, anybody? Man, you know you've been struck by the luck of the Irish when you were able to find your car the next day. Right there. Yep, it was celebrated all around the world. In fact, in the UK, Prime Minister Keir Starmer celebrated his first St. Patrick's Day at 10 Downing Street. Yep, there's no forgetting your first, or your second, or your third, or your 14th. Also, look at him. Nothing says boring, bland, white, and white like this guy in the photo. Why am I here again? Boy, it's a great time to be alive and sober, unless you're Chuck Schumer. I mean, it's, oh boy. Woo, hey. Schumer is getting flack from his own party after siding with Republicans on a bill that would avert a government shutdown. Yeah, Schumer and 9 other Democrats voted to advance it. However, some of the no's were Alyssa Slotkin was a no. Both senators from Georgia, a no. Bernie Sanders was a hell no. Hell no. He wasn't doing it. And he wasn't having it either. Speaking of Bernie, he was big mad about this decision, saying it was the most dangerous bill he'd seen. Yeah. The last time I saw a bill this dangerous was the Olive Garden. Inflation is out of control. I spent $44 on the all-you-can-eat soup and salad bar for a bowl of soup that was not hot. I had to blow on it loudly, and it was still hot. Keeping with the American news, oh man, it may be time for the famous Statue of Liberty to head back to France. A French lawmaker said that it no longer reflects the values it holds. Do you imagine getting that back? What is this? What is this? Why is it green? It wasn't like this when we sent it to you in the first place. Looks like a green bouquet. Oh man, moving on. This breaks my heart. It hurts me to say that we got sad, sad news. Oh man, Hudson's Bay may be closing. Yeah, that's right. Canada's oldest retailer is looking to liquidate their assets. I mean, who here does not remember Hudson's Bay? I mean, who doesn't remember walking through the perfume counter? Look, I remember walking through it and I'd meet up with my mom and she'd say, "Why do you smell like a French whore?" I don't know. Hey. C'est la vie. You can tell when a store is really going downhill. I mean, when it looks like an episode of Hoarders. Oh man. Actually, probably still looks better than Trump Tower. We got a great show for you this evening. We got the weirdest news found on the internet, but when I return, we have something to talk about. Stick around. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. My name is Zach, and welcome to my channel, Zach Attack Productions. So what is this Zach Attack Productions you speak of? I'm glad you asked. Zach Attack Productions is a YouTube channel where you can find a variety of different content, such as my late night talk show, Remotely Zach, Strawberry Banana Cherry Freeze, $9.99, Lemonade, Prime Ice Poo. Man, who doesn't want a nice ice poo on a hot summer day? Hey Jack, what's going on? No, I'm at the beach. Got you covered. That's what the infrastructure bill is for. No joke, not kidding around.
It was because of DEI. It was all DEI.
My extensive Lego collection on Zach's Lego Show. Of course, as you can see, we've ended up here at the glass panel building, as well as I went for pop art design right here. I'll say it's the end of the era of Brick Bank in that corner. And you can find out some of the history behind some of your favorite landmarks. What was once a 50-lane bowling alley increased to 74, making it the largest bowling center in all of Canada. William Pope of Chattanooga, Tennessee, stated that he saw the vision of another prisoner hanged and the man's body buried under the window of his cell. The Mackinac Bridge is a 5-mile suspension bridge located right about here between the cities of St. Ignace and Mackinac City, Michigan. Wait, there's more. Me and my power panel have great conversations on Let's Talk.
But I also think certain people are too fast. Have you ever tried walking with Zach? He speed walks at a whole other level.
Am I being attacked on my own show
which
here?
Is hilarious.
So no matter what you're into, we have everything for everyone. So subscribe now because you're not getting that anywhere else. I'm Zachary Ballog and I approve this message because shouldn't we all have a little bit of variety in our YouTube channels? Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Now, I gotta say, it was a tense meeting between the draft dodger president of the United States and Volodymyr Zelensky, and me and my power panel are here to break it all down. Here's this edition of Let's Talk. Welcome back to the chattiest panel talk show on television. I'm Zach here with my co-host,
Ksenia Semenova.
We don't have Riley, so it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. Couldn't make it if we tried. Just the two of us.
Yes, Zach?
It was a meeting heard around the world. That's right. I'm referring to the meeting between Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The meeting was met with a shouting match between the two leaders as well as Vice President J.D. Vance. So my question is, what'd you think of this meeting?
So what our panel is thinking, it's just two of us. So you're just asking me what I'm thinking about.
Yes, what are your thoughts on this meeting?
My thoughts about, okay, he was wearing his Brioni for 10,000 K with a red tie. And at the same day, I received a very interesting message from the local politician who is supporting, of course, our president. And then I looked his pictures and he also has this blue suit with this red tie. And I'm thinking right now, all politicians will get rid, normal politicians, will get rid of their blue suits and the red ties and will start wearing like black long sleeves, like Volodymyr Zelensky? What do you think about this?
I mean, okay, so the whole suited, like, non-suit part is, so going back to World War II, Winston Churchill also did not wear a suit.
That I reposted too, yes.
But you know who's also wearing a suit, who I see who's not wearing a suit? Elon Musk. But yet nobody bats an eye. So I think that's...
And Adam Sandler.
And Adam Sandler at the Oscars, that's right. So I think what he was wearing was, it's like nothing. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense, yes.
But what I will say, and my take on this, I thought it was like disgusting the way they treated him, that Donald Trump treated Zelensky, who's just looking for some funding to keep his land in Ukrainian hands.
Do you know that our social media, they decided to count how many times actually Volodymyr Zelensky, he told thank you to US citizens and government. So it was minimum 94 times. And they make even reels like how he's saying, thank you, American people, thank you, US government, thank you, thank you. So of course, but like nobody cares. Like who doesn't care? Trump doesn't care about this.
Because let's be clear where Trump really is.
And how I know the historical way and the correct way, political way, that's usually in the Oval Room, who usually is gathered for the meeting, is just the presidents. Not all these representatives of the media, not the vice president, nobody else. So it was kind of it was a circus there, what happened at that same moment. So they need to talk just in private, not all the representatives of these street magazines.
Yeah, like not in front of the press. They could have done it in a private setting, though everything is publicized these days. Even the fact that we're talking about this.
My mom today in the morning, she read about Monica Lewinsky when she told that I thought that just me could make such kind of scandal in the Oval Room.
And even okay, let's take a look at that. That was like the biggest political scandal until Trump came on the scene. Like that seems very not a big deal, like very quaint to compare to what's going on now.
Yeah.
It's like they tried to impeach Bill Clinton for that.
No, it's the one word, Robert De Niro said, Trump, one word. But I think now one word will be really impeachment. So it will be American people, what they will see that need be done. And they will understand all Ukrainian people who are making revolutions because they don't like their government. So you need to make changes in the country because all these tariffs and things that he's doing about the ags. And who is telling the Minister of the Agriculture, right, in the US, no, you guys will have your chickens at home for not to buy ags.
That's where we are, people. That's where we're at. Also, I will say that change hopefully does come in 2026 when the American people go back to the polls for the midterms. So that's silver lining there.
Polls.
Yes. Thank you, Ksenia. Okay, we're moving on. So I was actually scrolling across social media and I actually saw this post from Virgin Radio. And it was, if you're seeing a guy who doesn't have social media profiles, is it a red flag?
Oh, it's 2 red flags.
Really?
2 or 3. No, for me, 2 red flags would be because it's Facebook and Instagram. Why it's a red flag? Because why he doesn't want to share who he is. Everybody does this. ChatGPT even knows everything about you. No, before I was really Googling people. Googling. And now,
remember when you got to Google yourself?
And now I'm ChatGPTing people. Really, guys, you need to try it. It's very fun.
Sounds less sexy.
Oh, honey, ChatGPT knows everything about you and even can give you very nice links on your videos, your articles. So now in the ChatGPT, I'm Ksenia Semenova, Windsor, Ontario, Mediaplex. Like this, you can ChatGPT me.
Yes. Okay, what I will say about this is, bringing it back to the topic at hand, I think if you don't have at least one social media, you could have Facebook, but you don't have to necessarily have Instagram, TikTok, Snap in the Chat, or whatever the young kids are into these days. But if you at least have one profile, so that way we can verify if you're married.
Oh yes, it's a very actually good thing. But you don't need to share every thought and fart what is going out from you.
Did you say thought and fart?
Art.
Okay.
Art.
Sure.
You don't need to share everything, but like this, at least your old classmates, maybe your some faraway uncles, families, you can find each other, you can reconnect, because actually social media were made for this, not just for hookups. I said hookups. I don't know how to change this word in another way.
Just stay with hookups.
Yes.
Stay there.
Hiccups. Yeah, not just for this.
Hookup.
Yeah, not just for this, but also social media is helping you to promote your own business, what we're studying right now currently. And there are many beneficial, good sides for this. So it's just, and you don't need to share everything like your pictures of your feet. Okay, I don't know, stop me. Somebody stop me.
Okay, so one more thing I will say about this is, if I find you and you don't have a social media profile, I'm just going to automatically assume you're a serial killer.
I don't know. I will think that you're some kind of weirdo, or maybe you were an abuser and you have very hard partnership before, domestic one. Yeah, maybe serial killers, they actually have media profiles a lot. different. Some of them, they're masking themselves that they are military guys and they need money. Oh, it's very popular, actually, scam stuff. No, you don't know. You're looking at me like, wow, what's she's talking about?
That's this edition of Let's Talk. For the latest episodes, you can head over to the Zach Attack
Two
Productions
weirdos.
YouTube channel. We'll see you next. Welcome back, everybody. Folks, it's a dangerous world out there for free speech, and if you say something wrong, the PC police will come after you. That's why I'm here to say what's on everybody's mind, and who might be just a little too afraid to say it. That's right, it's time for Zach Says What We're All Thinking. With the Democratic Party in turmoil, and with powerful voices such as Jasmine Crockett and AOC, now I know what you're thinking. Someone tell me why the fuck they're letting a senator in his 80s go out and travel the country to talk to the working people? Like, Bertie, he shouldn't be spending his golden years crisscrossing the country. He should be spending it at the Golden Corral yelling at them about their inflammatory soup prices. The soup, it's outrageous. Last night, Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas opened the iHeartRadio Music Awards. Oh yeah, it was a good show. It was actually really good. Loved the show. Now, I know what you're thinking. She went with sexy vampire librarian look? Also, I know what you're thinking when it comes to her and her brother. Are they? No, I'm just, people. On Tuesday, the city of Windsor observed Transit Operator and Worker Appreciation Day. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, I was late appreciating them. What? It's Friday, and I know what you're thinking. Yes, it is time for Weird News. Forget Tinder because we got timber, because a tree in northern Germany has been connecting lovers for centuries. Okay then. Known as Bridegroom's Oak, it has a famous knothole that's been used as a mailbox since 1892. It even has its own postal code in the Dowdau Forest north of Berlin. Mail carriers from the German Postal Service act as Cupid, delivering 50 to 60 letters to the knothole each month. They must climb a ladder to reach the arboreal mailbox about 3 meters up the 25-meter tall tree. That's more than 500 years old. Visitors to the tree can leaf through the massives, some of which are mailed from their continents, and choose whether to become postal paramours with any of the letter writers. The oak was first used as a way station between a forester's daughter and a chocolate manufacturer from Leipzig, according to the Postal Service. The forester initially opposed the courtship to the couple left love letters for each other in the knothole. I wonder if its bark is really as worse than its bite. From Germany to Gainesville, it's time for
Florida Man does whatever a Florida man can. Look out, here comes the Florida Man.
When people say the crown jewels, I don't think this is what they meant. A man is accused of swallowing $770,000 worth of diamonds from Florida Tiffany's. According to an arrest affidavit obtained by the Smoking Gun, Jathan Gilder told store employees he was there to negotiate a purchase for an unnamed Orlando Magic player. Oh great, so he's really going to make them disappear. He was then taken to a private room and shown a diamond ring worth $587,000. You can get 2 cartons of eggs for that much. And other jewelry worth just as much a piece. But during a discussion about using a wire transfer to purchase the jewels, Gilder allegedly jumped out of his seat, grabbed the jewelry, and ran out the door. Man, $580,000 must have spooked him. When Gilder was taken into custody, he resisted arrest and was seen swallowing several objects believed to be stolen earrings, an Orlando Police Department spokesperson told People magazine. He also said Quote, I should have thrown them out the window. You think? When he was in the back of a patrol car after his arrest. That's when he said that. I got news for you. Your next bathroom trip is going to be way worse than your jail. Well, that's the weirdness for you this week. Now let's actually reach into the dad joke and see what we got for this week's. Let's see, what have we got here? What did Sherlock Holmes say when he solved the case of the missing cheese? A mental, my dear Watson. Now, let's do this. How can you tell if you have a lazy dog if it only chases parked cars? That's a good one. I like that one. Oh man. Well, that's the show. That's the show for this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Zach Attack Productions YouTube channel. I want to say a special thank you to my guest, Ksenia Semenova, my announcer, Riley Shea. And you can also follow us on social media. Those links down in the description below. I've been your host, Zach. We'll see you again next week. Same place, same time. Good night.
That was easy.
Well, that's the show for tonight. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with all the latest Remotely Zach. You can also follow us on our social media. I'm Rayna Livingston. Good night.